When I start thinking about these comparisons between Brazil and what we saw in other markets in Latin America, there's a couple of ideas that immediately comes to my mind. The first one is from a casino perspective, that is, I consider Brazil right now as a new beginning for both operators and providers. Because if you look at the historical prohibition on the land-based casinos and other social and cultural aspects, you can easily notice that Brazil doesn't really have the kind of cultural heritage of traditional casinos that you can see in many other places, even in the region. So, for instance, when we talk about traditional slot symbols such as fruits, coins, bells, I don't think this will be so popular in future in the market, or at least it won't reach the same level of dominance that we see it have in many other countries till today. So this is a very interesting situation and opportunity for us, because I think we are allowed to fully unleash our creativity now in Brazil in order to create new things to approach the players. So for sure, we will see many emerging trends inside Brazil different to what is happening in the rest of LATAM. And this same situation have an additional impact, which is over the people who is currently driving the industry in the local market. Because most of the people who is in charge of the local operators in Brazil, obviously they are not coming from traditional casinos. They are coming from many other kind of native digital businesses. So all these people is bringing like a totally new mindset and faster innovation pace, let's say. Let's put it in that way. So this is a really good scenario for the whole environment, right? And the second thing I would like to mention is about the regionalization of the strategies, which has been something really relevant in markets such as Mexico or in Colombia in the past. We know that in Brazil, there are significant cultural behavioral differences across the regions. So now you can see some big operators aiming for national coverage, but most of them tends to focus on certain specific regions or even states. This is something key when you are trying to approach or to enter in such a competitive and big market such as Brazil, because you really need to capture those spaces in where you really can stand out. You have to find what I like to call those hidden gems of the market before others do it, obviously. And as I said before, we saw something similar in countries in where regionalization is always a key aspect in the past. So for all these reasons, I think Brazil will be growing even faster than its neighbors, especially when you look beyond the main urban areas or the big cities. There are still so many places in Brazil where new players are coming online like day by day. So yes, definitely the potential is huge and we have to be ready for it.